I go for refuge and from enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, by my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth. Buddha, Tibet, and all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha, Tibet, and all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha, Tibet, for all sentient beings. Sanye Joda Zoge Jonam Lo Janju Bado Dane Yazush Dage Jinzo Gebe Sonam Ge Tola Penjire Sanye Drubare Shu Sanye Joda Zoge Jonam Janju Bado Dane Yazush Dage Jinzo Gebe Sonam Dola Benje Sanje Drubare Shu Sanje Joda Zoge Jona Chanju Bado Dane Yazuji Dage Jinzo Gebe Sona Dola Benje Sanje Drubare Shu Om Ye Dharma Hedu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodha Evam Bhati Mahashramanaye Svaha Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodham Evam Bhati Mahashramanaye Svaha Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodha Bhati Mahashramanaye Svaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes was taught by the great seer. Okay, we read the identifying the mother. Identify the mother. No. Okay. We'll read that. Identify the mother. Which page is it? 182. Yes. Oh, recognize the mother. Yes. 182. 182. Okay. Okay. Recognizing the mother, a song on the experience with the middle way view. I'd like to give a quick the overview of what this text is about. Recognize the mother. Mother here refers to the emptiness, and usually we see that a small child, mother is like the safe haven. The mother is the one who protects the child. Likewise for us, what protects us from all the miseries is the realization of the emptiness. So the mother, the wisdom of emptiness, like the mother, is always there to protect us. But we need to identify the mother. If you do not identify the mother, then you may go to any other person and they may not be as helpful as your mother. So likewise, we may go to the emptiness of permanent unity or independent self. We may go to emptiness of autonomous substantial reality. Then we will go to not externality, emptiness of externality. What happened? They see what happened after all these many years.
I think I said that.
Oh, okay. You said it Okay, so we turn to emptiness of externality and so forth. We're not really getting to the mother. What's the mother? The wisdom of emptiness. And oftentimes, this is like a coincidence. The wisdom of emptiness is referred to as the mother. For example, in the mornings that we read, you remember a verse where on the emptiness again, the wisdom of emptiness is referred to as mother. Do you remember that? Okay, if you can turn to page 6, the last verse. Page 6, the last verse, which reads, beyond utterance, thought and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceased, and has the nature of space. It is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas. You're getting it? The mother of the Buddhas. This wisdom of emptiness will give birth to your full of the Buddha nature to be awakened in the form of the full-fleshed Buddha. So, the wisdom of emptiness is the mother of the Buddhas. Oftentimes, wisdom of emptiness is referred to as the mother. And here, the author, the Changyarubhe Dorji, who was a brilliant scholar and an incredibly enlightened master, and he composed this in China, not in Tibet. In China, the Udeshan. Anybody who been there? No? You want to go, Sonamla? Been there? Want to go? Okay. Been there? Yes. Okay, Sally. Okay, Sally went there. So Sally went to the place where this composition was made. This composition was done in Udeshan. This place in China, not in Tibet. That place is known, that they revered, respected as the place of the sacred site of Arya Nagarjuna. And so this great author and the great enlightened master, he had, to his credit, there are numerous books on Changyarubhe Dorji, and he composed this extemporaneously. Just realization came in him, and then he extemporaneously wrote it. At extempore, he wrote it. And here the mother refers to the wisdom of emptiness. Why the mother? Just as the mother is there for the full protection of the child, we are being protected fully by the wisdom of emptiness. So, but we should recognize the mother. If we don't recognize the mother, we may go to others so that you will not be benefited fully. Now, you see that the mother, the wisdom of emptiness, the mother, and the wisdom of dependent origination as the brother. So as a little child, you seek the help of your brother or sister, right? And the brother tells you, right? The brother, your elder brother or elder sister would tell you what your parents will do when you grow this age, that age, so forth, because he or she has the experience what your parents do. But for example, the second child tells the third child that now, what is that? The first child told the second child that the third child was born. Now you will not be given full attention by the mother as much as you got it before. You get it? Because he is his own experience. When second child came, the mother didn't give so much attention, full attention to him as much as he used to get it when he was alone. Right? Okay. So the brother, the elder one, has experience. So dependent origination has experience and will tell you how to connect to the mother. You getting it? So dependent origination, understanding dependent origination will take you to understand emptiness. So dependent origination is given the metaphor of the brother. And then the emptiness is ultimate truth. And what is the other truth? Conventional truth. So mother and the father, the two truths, like the two parents. Right? What is visible is the father. What is the dependent origination? or the conventional truth. The father is the symbolic of the conventional truth. So conventional truth is what you can see so readily everywhere. You can see that, and behind that is the ultimate truth. So truths coexist, like what the Manideva said, coexist. Anonymous and Manideva together coexist. So likewise, ultimate truth and conventional truth, they coexist. But what is visible is the conventional truth, and the ultimate truth is not visible. So we have to make this visible. Although they coexist, we don't see that. So the mother is always with you, but failing to see the mother, you don't rely on the mother, because of which you are not being protected. You continue to suffer. It is like a child that is separated from the mother. So when the child is separate from the mother, it's like, of course, the mother, father, but when the child is separate from the parents, then no matter how somebody is so compassionate, loving, generally speaking, the child really does not really feel that. This is something, okay, I know he'll go where? Yes, okay.
No.
Yes, this is where he's going. Yes. Okay, so we need to know three things. Mother, referring to the wisdom of emptiness. Independent origination, referring to Hey. Independent origin, referring to the brother. Conventional truth, referring to the father. And the father, mother, always there, always together. Likewise, the two truths are always together. They coexist, and dependent origination will connect you to the mother. Okay, we'll introduce what the mother is like. Okay, with this awareness, let's slowly read this. Now it'll make some sense to us. Okay, meanwhile, I also like to qualify this with you here. You do find the mention that this author is a brilliant scholar, a great enlightened master. So down the line, particularly closer to his end, we see that he rejects many of the traditions. It's not the traditions that he was rejecting. He was rejecting the misconceptions related to the traditions. You're getting it? Not the traditions. People may misconceive that, or people may misunderstand that. Oh, he's rejecting all the other traditions like Sakya, Kagyu, Nyingma, Gelug. No, he's not rejecting any tradition. What he's rejecting is that misconceptions created by some of the people following the tradition, including, he's from Gelug tradition, including the Gelug scholars. He put all these where mistakes can go wrong. He identified them. Finally, it doesn't matter. We don't really have to worry about we don't really think about the isms. Our job is that your misery should stop. Your happiness should grow. And see how to, with open mind, you spread this message of compassion on a basic understanding of the emptiness, dependent origination to other beings. That's it. That's our job. Nothing to do with Sakya, Kagyu, Nyingma, Gelug, Theravada, Chinese, Tibet, nothing. Just Tibet. I personally, where was that? I now my memory simply fades away. Recently, somewhere during a meeting, not really, what is that? Like a big, like festival, something. And I was there, and the one person who seemed to have a little familiarity with the various Tibetan traditions, but not really fully. Just, the impression that I got is that he did not have any clue about the what is contents of the different traditions of Tibetan Buddhism, but he only knows the divisions. Right? So he said, then he saw me and he said that, which tradition you belong? I said, I'm a Buddhist. And he said, I know you're a Buddhist. Which tradition you belong? I said, I'm following tradition Buddha. And he said, no, I know. No, that's a different again. It's a recent incident. The Ramsal incident was, I think, about 14 years ago. And then there was one gentleman who knows about all these complexities. From behind, he said that he was smiling at me. He said, you gave the correct answer. He understood what I was saying. And then this gentleman, I could see that he was trying to just the word posit himself, or the pose himself as somebody learned about all these traditions. And I said, I know. You're Gelug Sakya. I said, I don't know. I follow Buddha. And then the other person, he knows that, what I'm saying. So he said that you get the correct answer. The other person behind me, he knows that I'm deliberately trying to stay away from the sectarianism. These are all sectarianism. These are poisons. These are poisons. First, know the concept well. If at all you want to qualify yourself as this ism, that ism, this sect, that sect, then the best thing is know the concept well. What the Buddha taught. First, know what the Buddha taught well. First, know what is your limitation, self-grasping ignorance. First, know how to get rid of this. First, know how to embrace all of the beings, not to divine, but to bring together. Learn this. If you become expert in this, then you can talk about which tradition, that tradition, whatever, if you like, you can, but you will never do that once you reach that level. Okay, so we do see that at the end, the author is, identifying some of the misconceptions related to different traditions, including the Nalanda traditions. He's from the Nalanda tradition, including the other traditions like Bhashika, Sautrantika, Chittamatra, Madhyamika, all he identified. And then from there, if you hold a particular tradition and if you misconceive the thoughts, then that needs to be fixed. He's very vocal in that regard, and keep in mind, it's not to reject any specific tradition. It's not to attack or reject any tradition. It's just to fix any misconceptions if anybody's creating related to the teaching of Buddha from any tradition. Okay, with this in mind, let's read this together. Recognize the Mother, a song on the experience of the middle way view. Changyur Bel Dorji. Emaho. Okay, let's read this together. Okay, light. We can put in the light now. Thank you. Emaho is like the Emaho. Hey, Ajala. Huh? Okay, thank you. Ajala, what is Emaho? Ajala, what is it? The younger generation. Okay, they will not know. Emaho is like, wow, right? It's like, expression of the awe and the wonder. Emaho. Yes, okay. Emaho, he who reveals and bears the wonder of profound dependent and arising nature. O my Guru, your kindness is indeed boundless. Kindly recite my heart as I utter these extemporaneous words from the thoughts flashing in my mind. This helpless child who lost his old mother so long ago is about to realize coincidentally that he has not recognized what she has been with him all along. She is perhaps the one that is and is not. As told to me quietly by my brother, the dependent arising, the diverse subject-object duality is my mother's benign smile, the cycle of birth and death, her deceptive words. O my undeceiving mother, you have betrayed me. So I hope to be saved by my mother, my brother, the dependent arising. Yet it is ultimately through your kindness alone, O mother, that I can hope to be freed. If subject-object duality is as they seem to be, then not even the Buddhas of all three times can save us. But this diversity of changes is in reality the unchanging mother's expression. Hence, there is indeed a way out. Things not established objectively is the inexpressible mother. Mutual dependency is the play of deception. Just merely this is how we should understand. Not finding the father when thought is in fact the find of the mother. Okay, say when looking for the flower, not seeing the flower is seeing the emptiness of the flower. The flower, conventional truth, the father. Then the subject to ultimate analysis, you see that it is empty. You find the emptiness of the flower. That is the mother. So the two truths, they coexist. 7 again. Not finding the father when sought is in fact the finding of mother, and the father is found on mother's lap. That is how the kind parents saved me, their child, I'm told. It seems that my brother's mirror reflects the ungrasped face of my mother, which is neither one nor multiple, yet a helpless one like me had no idea of it. Based on the instructions sent through the wind of Nagarjuna Chandrakirti, which Manjushri Garba has sent a bird to pass it on to us, averse the hardship of a long and tiring search. Hence, I hope to see the accompanying old mother. Manjushri Garba refers to Lama Tsongkhapa, the Mixima, the verse which recites sing this morning. That is Manjushri Garba, a brilliant, incredible, great teacher whose works on emptiness is extremely remarkable. And now, luckily, his works on emptiness, the two masterpieces, one on the commentary, his commentary on Arya Nagarjuna's text is already available in English, and his commentary on Acharya Chandrakirti's text is also available now in English. So this is a great gift for us, particularly people who are dependent on English, this translation. Number 9 again, based on the instructions sent through wind by Nagarjuna Chandrakirti, which Manjushri Garba has sent a bird to pass it on to us, averse the hardships of long and tiring search. Hence I hope to see their common old mother. They seem to be among today's scholars, those who being caught in the web of terms, thoroughly withstanding true existence, etc., seek only something with horns to be negated, while leaving intact their solid appearance. But on my mother's arm, such vivid duality is not found, I believe. Through excessive discussions of the mark, my old mother is likely to run away. Things exist, though not in this mode of chaos and contradictions. For the inseparable bond of our loving parents seems that of harmony and tenderness. Vaibhashika, Sautrandika, Vijnanavadin, and the three Eastern masters, though labeled his mother with names as divergent, limestone-like white elephant, marked with beaming tiger stripes in the form of physical matter, a foolish lunatic monkey, an intrinsic subject, a ferocious bear, an inherently devoid of duality, yet all lost the old mother. Likewise, many scholars and meditators amid Sakya, Nyingma, Karma, Dukpa pride themselves in diverse terminologies, self-awareness of non-objective emptiness and clarity, primordial purity and spontaneity, the true face of Samadhabhatra, Mahamudra, the unfabricated innate mind, neither existent nor non-existent, a mere absence of any thesis. It is all well if the target is hit, but I wonder what you are all pointing at. As external matters not dismantled, Vaibhashikas, worry not and be pleased. Though without self-cognizance, cognition and cognized are attainable, all Vijnanavadin, oh please. Though without intrinsic nature, dependent relation starkly remains, be pleased too with the three Eastern masters. As clarity and emptiness can be held as uncontradictory, upholders of pupil instructions hold doubts no more. Though primordially pure, good and bad are feasible. The knowledge bearers need no clinging to purity. Though one meditates through contrivance, the innate dawns, the elderly meditators need no insistence. As the absence of elaboration of existence or non-existence can be accepted, the stubborn logicians need not fret. All this occurred perhaps due to unfamiliarity with the standard conventions. For those lacking extensively study, I have no respect for you, but please pardon if offended. Though I am not at all all-knower, yet have expertise in the ways of writing. The well-bred horse of my ancestors works. Through an enduring, persistent exertion, I hope to get over the impossible cliff. No search is required for the seeker. It is, no grasp should not be dispelled, for it is real. Well deserved is the respite, the freedom from the extreme of eternalism and nihilism. Though lacking the coveted experience of directly realizing the mother, I feel as though I am seeing right in front of me the kind parents lost for so long. Great indeed is the kindness of Nagarjuna and his disciples. Great indeed is the kindness of Venerable Lobsang Taba. Great indeed is my Guru's kindness In return, I revere the mother. By the joyous celebration of all noble deeds, through the mating of the young child of awareness with his unproduced and inexpressible old mother, may all mother beings be led to the lasting joy. I, real Dorji, perform here at this joy a dance of ecstatic joy to please the three jewels. Okay, now we have few questions left. It's done. Okay, it said, I have no doubt of the importance of the three wisdoms. How don't stay stuck in one of them. How to avoid not to stay stuck in one of them. For example, the first one, which is so fascinating, how can we find a balance between these three? Yes, this is a very good question. Who is this? Who asked this question? This is a very good question. Thank you. In other words, there are three kinds of wisdom. Wisdom derived through learning, wisdom derived through reflection, wisdom derived through meditation. So all three are very important, but when you get the first one, you may get so impressed, so captivated that you may get stuck there, right? How to make sure that you not compromise with the second and the third? This is a good question. Anybody who likes to give the answer? Anyone? Okay, to make it quick, answer is that I would say one of the answers would be that. And today the living example is His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And the number one. The number two is that where the great teachers from the different traditions, Sakya, Kagyu, Nyingma, Gelu, Theravada, Chinese tradition, all traditions, they are great masters, really great masters, not just intellectually built up, intellectually and experiential. They are great masters. In fact, I remember that when I was studying in the Institute of Buddhist Dialectics, my teacher, Geshé, he's a brilliant bodhisattva and philosopher, incredibly refined philosopher, very courageous, and an incredibly great bodhisattva. So he would always advise us that the number one, that read the biographies of the past great teachers, like Lama Tsongkhapa's biography, Guru Padmasambhava's biography, Jizmila Rebbe's biography, Sakya Pandita's biography. Read the biography. For example, like even I say the great teacher Tilopa, great master Naropa. Read the biography of these great masters. They are not just intellectually built up, intellectually extremely refined, experientially so evolved. So we advise to read these biographies. That will be extremely inspiring for us. One. Then number two is that when I from Institute of Buddhist Dialectics, I moved to Temple Monastery, where the rigor of the studies is so intense. My teacher sent me the message in those days and the handwritten letters. He said that don't be trapped by just by the intellectual stimulation. This is his advice. Always also practice. This is the advice that he gave me in the written. Okay, so this is how to maintain the balance. Good. This is a beautiful handwriting. Okay, now the last one. Is any question left? No question left, right? The question submitted, all answered. Okay, now the last question from the Manideepa. The questions are very good. Questions from Mani, I read all, very good. I thought it was anonymous. The first one says, how can they be compassionate without pain? This is a good question. Okay, this is all number one. What are we doing? Just be intellectual. When will it become experiential? First, we have to build the intellectual complete. Then whatever you are intellectually learning, just subject to the analysis to make sure that it makes sense to us. What it makes sense to you, then practice it. Then you'll see the taste. First, gather the ingredients. Then cook. Then create a delicious meal. Don't just keep it a delicious meal. Eat it. Right? Eat it and then you'll feel the taste. Mani, did you try momos? Veg momos? Good. How are they? Good. Good. So you have to eat it. You're getting it? And then you will feel that this is the wisdom of emptiness. Put in practice. Then what happens is that wisdom of emptiness, this is like the ice, they say the wisdom of emptiness is the one which melts the iceberg. The global warming melts the iceberg. Iceberg in the Arctic Circle for the last 4 billion years. 4.6 billion years. Arctic Circle, I would say maybe 4 billion years. Most like 4 billion years. 4.6 billion years, it was still very hot. Planet Earth was very hot 4.6 billion years ago. 4 billion years is cooled down. The water already came on the Earth. 4 billion years. Then unicellular organism came into existence. Then the cooling started. Cooling already started. And then the top, because of the sun rays is less intense, then the ice started to be formed on the water. So the iceberg on the Arctic Circle, we can roughly say they are as old as like 4 billion years. So all these many years, it remains so strong. And if somebody were to build house on this, it can be very steady. But after 4 billion years, global warming, then the iceberg starts to melt. When the iceberg melts, whatever you stacked on this before, which otherwise was so stable, they all crumble down. You're getting it? So, they say self-grasping ignorance is like the iceberg for all these millions and trillions of lifetimes that we went through. They've been so strong, so hard. Now the global warming of the wisdom of emptiness comes. Then the iceberg starts to melt. Then the pain, anger, then the jealousy. What's the jealousy like? The pain, this pain with jealousy, corrosive feeling, extremely heavy, undesirable, unpleasant feelings there. Likewise, sadness, unpleasant feeling. All these unpleasant feelings, pains, they're built upon this. When the iceberg melts, all whatever is built upon this all crumble down. The pain goes away. That is the power of the wisdom of emptiness, because all the pains should have the self-grasping ignorance as the ground. Right? Pains, particularly the mental pains. Some people have the physical pain, but when not translated into the mental pain, person can tolerate it. It's just easy. When it is translated into the mental pain, then when the mind says no, then the mind becomes agitated. Okay, so the mental pain, get rid of by the wisdom of emptiness. And with the wisdom of emptiness, not only with mental pain, all what is stacked on this, like anger, ego, they all subside. Anger, ego, what is their job? To push others away from you. So pushing others away from you, stop. Then it leaves room for you to embrace others. Compassion builds up. Pain subsides. This is how it happens. So for this, these are intellectual explanations. You have to taste it yourself. Good. Second question. How can one validly know that a memory is from a previous life? Okay, this is a very long journey. Very interesting journey, and it requires a lot of. I would say that from looking at your question, I can see that if this is your first time to the study of emptiness and so forth, then I would say that you are pretty intelligent person, so you can get there, because this requires dedication, meaning that commitment to keep studying this about how the mind works, what are the experience, where the experience come from, is purely dependent origination. Say, me, my physics today equals mc square, I even don't know how to derive it. And tomorrow, if I don't put effort how to derive it, tomorrow don't expect that suddenly I come with the derivation equals mc square. Don't expect it, because what I'm tomorrow, that is purely by dependence on what I am today. Dependent origination. Besides this, there's no magic coming, right? There's no magic coming. And if you believe in Albert Einstein, he doesn't believe in the phenomenon of randomness. He doesn't believe in it, right? It's just to tell you that intelligent people, this is how the intelligent people approach. He doesn't believe in randomness. So randomness is a part of quantum mechanics, is what Albert Einstein is totally against. So Albert Einstein believes in cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect. What is the effect that you see today is because of the previous cause. So like this, don't expect anything random happening. Therefore, even the experience of say some people have extremely scary dreams, or the memory, of course, by the very definition, memory means something that you have experienced before. But deja vu, and so forth, is not really memory, but you just feel something so like I've seen it before. Yeah, I've been here. This is so familiar. I know this place. And you go to, so behind that there should be a kitchen. You go there, there's a kitchen there, right? And then there must be some wall paintings. You go there again, you see the wall paintings there, right? There should be some canopies there, very stable canopies. You go there, you actually see them, right? So what do you say? Actually, say you can relate that. You can actually show them. So this is what we today call as a deja vu, right? So are they memories? In strict sense, yes. In the loose sense, no. These are deja vus. These are not the memories. So how do they happen? They're also because of cause and effect. Cause and effect. There's nothing like, just I don't know the quantum mechanics. I don't know how to drive vehicles. Suddenly I know how to drive vehicles. No. The moment I see that, for example, like say the Desi, with these prayers which we do, and she puts her hand, eyes closed, and saying the prayers by heart. What we did in the morning, she was doing everything by heart. How come she knows all these things? She just came suddenly in between, right? From there, I can see that she must have done NDC or NMC, right? So where this book is used so many times before, although I may not know whether she was using it, but simply by doing this, I can incur the past. So there's nothing random. In other words, it's all because of the previous cause and conditions. Good causes, good effects. Bad causes, bad effects. There's nothing beyond this scientifically, and from the point of view of the Buddha, from both point of view, there's nothing random. Good. So in this kind of Mozart, how come that he has such a brilliant genius coming from? How do we know it's from the past life? Again, cause and effect. He's already trained. It's not accidental, or he got these genes from his parents. No. Why no? His parents did not know this composition, music composition. If you go back 0.3 million years, 0.3 million years. We can track back the Homo sapien. 0.3 million years ago, there's no concept of music, 100%. You getting it? The early men, no concept of music, no concept of Mozart music, right? So if you track back, we'll never see any genes within the line of the family tree of Mozart, which actually gave him this gene, which is amazingly a great composer, compulsory genes. You don't find that. So these all, then what is the cause? It cannot be random. What's the cause? This is where then the only explanation is the mind, not the bodily inheritance, not the genetic inheritance, mental inheritance, not from the parents, from oneself. The previous, that is known as a previous life. This is how it works. Okay, good. The next, what is the nature of memory? It's all about the memories, I don't know. What's the nature? Third question, what's the memory? How anything that I yet to happen already happened is possible to be without memory? Of course, we can be without memory also. Dementia. You want to experiment? Go for dementia. Right? And what is that other one? Dementia and Alzheimer. Right? Alzheimer. Then you not even know I'm dead back. Right? Right? So you lose your memory. That's it. Memory is so precious. The facility in us. Memory is so precious facility. This will help us to grow. If we don't have the memories, we will not grow. If we don't grow, all efforts are like repeated. Start from scratch all the time. We'll never grow. We never build up without memory. Memory is extremely precious quality of the human beings. Okay. There are many more questions. Okay, 4 questions. Yes. Okay, forget about the word duality. This will confuse you more. So memory is it's just purely mind, or is it in the body, or in the brain? Body means the brain. Okay. No, in the body, moment doesn't make any sense. If you talk about the memory in terms of the body in general, then it doesn't make any sense. Brain, this is very sensible. People take it very seriously. Because people talk about the memory spots in the brain. You're getting it? Memory spots, long-term, short-term, which part of the brain is responsible for long-term memory, which part of the brain is responsible for short-term memory. You read Professor Arya Nagarjuna's book, Nobel laureate in Physiology, 2004. Professor Arya Nagarjuna, his book, In Search of Memory. You read this book, then you will see all where the brain structures, which part of the structure, what happens to long-term memory, what happens to short-term memory, which part of the brain is responsible for this, that, and so forth. All this you will see there. So, if you talk about the brain, people take you seriously. If you talk about the body in general, then people say that you are somebody, yeah. They will not take you seriously. So, the brain or the mind, this question. So this is the same. Brain plays a very important role. Brain per se is not memory. Brain per se is not a memory. Brain plays a very important role in the operation of the memory. So people say, where are the information stored? Where are the information stored in the brain? So some neuroscientists say this is the area where the information is stored. It's like a memory. Okay, storehouse of the memory. So, the brain per se is not a memory, but it plays a very important. When that part of the brain is damaged, you suffer from Alzheimer, you suffer from dementia, and so forth. Loss of memory. Like what? Riding a bicycle, don't say memory, body. You're getting it? Body is the machine guided by the brain. You're getting it? When the brain is totally damaged, your body will not you ride a bicycle. You're getting it? So it's not a memory of the body, it's a memory of the brain. The brain instructs the body muscles to move like this. So the memory is with if at all, the memory of the body is with the brain. Specifically with the brain, not with the body in general. We should be more specific. Okay, so with this, the thing is that the memory, say in English we say that Do you remember what we did yesterday? Then you think, yeah, I remember, right? I remember. Whereas when you are fully engaged with something else, do you recall what was yesterday? No, I don't recall anything, right? So there, the brain part where the memory is stored, information is stored, it's still there. But in a conventional sense, we say that, no, I'm not recalling anything at the moment. If you want me to think about it, let me get a little free time. Then I'll think about it, see if I can recall it or not. You're getting it? So there, these are the machines for the memory to be activated. But the machines per se are not memories. The brain per se is not the memory. It is the machine to activate the mental part, which we call as the memories, that's being activated. Okay. And is it possible to be without memory? Then how exactly does emptiness follow from impermanence? Okay, this I vaguely discussed, but you have to study more. If you're very serious about it, this is a very good question. Acharya Dharmakirti in his text said that through impermanence one is taken to suffering, with which will take you to the emptiness or selflessness. So this is the sequence led, and then the Arya Nagarjuna very clearly explained that by seeing dependent origination, then we see the impermanence. But the impermanence, we see the no composite phenomena actually remains static, which is constantly in constant flux of movement. Flux of movement means changing from one moment to the next moment. What the next moment is determined, what determines the next moment is by the previous moment. So we see that they are all network of dependent origination operating. From this we see that then there's no, okay, let's say that I'll tell you, right, how the understand dependent origination will make you understand emptiness. I'll tell you. Once I was in Nigeria. I'm not just going, it was reality. I was in Nigeria as a part of His Holiness's entourage. And my job was to take care of all the passports of His Holiness's entourage. Right? Okay. So His Holiness lands, and then we got to the launch, and the officer with all these stars, all these stars, they came, saluted, and said, who is the caretaker of all the passports, right? And then said that he's the one, pointed to me, right? And he said, please come, right? He said, with all these very, 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 very high official, policemen, whatever, I don't know, right? Protocol officer. Then he said, His Holiness escorted to any direction, and me escorted by him to a different place. And then he was on the phone. Calling. And then on the phone I could hear that he was communicating with somebody, and that person showed up, right? And he said, hey, this is Geshé Damdul, is a VVVIP, right? IP, you should take care of him, right? His father, everything you can take care of him, right? And yes, sir, right? And then the first person disappeared. And second person with the first one may have 8 stars, second one with the 4 stars. Then he said, yes, please come, right? Please come. Then I was going with him. Then he was again on the phone. And he was talking to somebody. And then another person came, right? Yes, sir. Right? And he said, hey, this is VVVVIP, right? You have to take care of him. Right? Take care of him. The passport, all this is take care of him. Yes, sir. And the second person disappeared. And the third person was with me. And then again he was on phone. Then again somebody came without stars came, right? And I said, yes, sir, right? He's VVVVIP, right? You take care of him. Then yes, sir. Then the third, the what? 4-star, 2-star, he disappeared. then the person without star, he was escorting me. Then he was on phone. He was on phone. And then one day, say a coolie, a porter, a porter came. Hey, very bullish, right? Hey, take care of him. He's VIP. Take care of him, right? And then that person also disappeared. Then the poor porter was with me. And poor porter said, sir, I have to go a little bit away. I have to go for loo or whatever. For restroom or whatever. He disappeared. Everything's empty. Alright? So I cannot blame anybody. Because the first person gave the responsibility to the second person. Right? So it's the job of the second person. Second person gives the responsibility to third, fourth, fifth, last porter. And poor porter, he doesn't get anything extra. He doesn't get even a single penny extra by doing this work. So why should you do it? He disappeared. Nobody is so nothing. Finally, nothing is there. I have to do everything myself. You're getting it? So, by seeing how everything is dependent on each other, and from there, the emptiness came into being. You're getting it? It's all empty. Okay. Next, does emptiness of mind imply equal to emptiness of time? Okay, these are all very good questions. I really appreciate it. These are only indications that the questions are so pure. Only things that you need to study more. So what we said is that, say, all composite phenomena exist in time. So all composite phenomena, all impermanent phenomena have the element of time, temporal segments. But all, physical, mental, both. And the physical has an extra dimension. That is, not only the temporal parts, they have the directional parts. All composite phenomena, not only mind has temporal parts but no directional parts. But the physical, the body or the physical form has temporal as well as directional parts. So the temporal parts and the time and the mind, these are not synonymous. Does emptiness of mind imply or equal to the emptiness of time? No, because emptiness of time is applicable to the form also, not only to the mind. Next, how does one overcome loneliness or to realize the emptiness of it? Okay. So we see that the loneliness can be can come to exist. It has multiple shades with loneliness. Some loneliness, of course, in the pain, if any pain you feel is because of the karma. But the karma doesn't mean that now I cannot do anything. Karma, there are two kinds. Definite karma and uncertain karma. Very powerful karma and less powerful karma. Very powerful karma, we cannot do as much. For example, say, some people, they just like fall from this 1 feet height from their fall, and then you die. Some people, they fall from 4 floors, still don't die. We never know. You're getting it? So, with a definite karma, when somebody encounters even the richest of the person who has the greatest of the medical facilities, just go to hospital, on the way, passed away. These things happen. So these are the meeting with the fruitioning of the definite karma. With the uncertain karma, we can manage, we can control. Uncertain karma, uncertain karma means karma which are weaker. For example, one example that I give is that, say, if there's the regular express train, proper very heavy train, regular train, passenger train, and if there's one person there who cannot move, lying on the track, and you are, say, 500 meters away from the train, and the train is only 10 meters from the person. Okay, let's say 500 meters from the person, and you cannot run to that. Train is faster than you. and you even if you hold the train will drag you, right? So you can't do anything. This is the example of the effect of the definite karma. Now another one is a toy train. So what is that place known as Disneyland, where the toy trains are? Toy trains, there's a small baby toddler there, and the toy train on the track, and toy train is running, and you're close to the toy train, right? Oh, this is karma. If the baby has the karma to die, then the train will smash. If the baby does not have the karma, they will not smash. And you don't take responsibility, the train goes and they injures the baby. Whereas, if you are there, you hold the toy train will stop. Right? It is not that forceful. So some karmas are not forceful, which we can stop. So these don't blame the karma. What you can do that. So with this in mind, okay, loneliness. Some of them are the results of extremely heavy the karma of the past. Even if you are with the whole family, still you feel lonely. Whole family there with you, so loving, caring, still you feel, no, this person, my dad is not good, my mom is not good, my brother is not good, my sister is not good, I don't talk to anybody, right? At home there are like 10, 20 family members there. Everybody is worried about you, and you say, I have nobody to talk to. You're suffering loneliness, and nobody can help you. You getting it? If the counselor comes, no, this is your depression. Oh, what depression? You also not kind to me. Don't talk to me. Again, you become lonely. Right? What to do now? So when these things happen, these are perhaps the effect of the very powerful, say, negative karmas. So the person has to go through this result. Then the emptiness. Wow, this emptiness. Why not? Right? You bring emptiness. What emptiness? Right? What emptiness? You are trying to deceive me, you are trying to fool me, right? Get out. Again, cannot help. So, whereas some are really because that the person, say the loss of near and dear ones, people who are so loving, caring, they're all otherwise physically gone somewhere, passed away, and so forth. Then the person go into depression, loneliness. For them, if you give the company, the instant you can, lift the person take the person out of loneliness. So these things are there. And then if you are really learned, if you're really exposed to emptiness, and you have quite a good degree of the emptiness, and that to the loneliness, not because of the depression and so forth, not because of the definite heavy negative karma, then with this, you have no room, you have no time for loneliness. You are very busy with the emptiness, full of joy. With the joy, there's no loneliness. You're getting it? So the point is that so this is how we have to prepare ourselves right from the now, particularly young people. Young people, study emptiness as much as you can, and that to study systematically, right? Study systematically. Okay. So one time, quite recently, I met a gentleman, and he said that I'm going to America. I said, well, what for? He said that I'm going there to learn about the Arya Nagarjuna's philosophy. I said, you don't go to America? And he said, yes, there's one professor who is said to be the world expert on Arya Nagarjuna philosophy. He's the only person in the Arya Nagarjuna philosophy. He's the one, a recent professor. And I said, no, that's not true. If you really want to study emptiness, Arya Nagarjuna philosophy, go to the big monastic universities in South India. You don't go to America. The real giants are there. And he said, no, I Google search and nobody of these teachers, they come. This professor came, and so like he's the final authority on Arya Nagarjuna, right? I said, no, these teachers will never come. I am Nagarjuna's, the word expert. They will never say this. Real Arya Nagarjuna philosophy experts will never say I'm expert in this. They're so humble. They're down to earth. Your job is really go in search of that. Okay, so done, finish. Meaning. Okay, next don't ask me what use Arya Nagarjuna, what he used to eat. Don't ask me this question, right? Okay, this meaning is not really so necessary, right? Are you sure? Okay. Okay. Arya meaning the superior being, the one who has seen emptiness directly. These are known as the Arya. Nagarjuna is just a label, arbitrary label given to him. And some people say, some sources say, no, it is not arbitrary. The arbitrary name is Baldan. Baldan meaning the Shri. Shri. And his arbitrary, for example, my name is Dorji. Dorji means the diamond or indestructible. No, I'm not indestructible. I'm so fragile, right? Usually, when I was 7 years old, my hands are so cute. Now, no more cute. It's not indestructible. It's just an arbitrary name, right? So, Nagarjuna is like the Naga. Naga means there is one set of the beings who are particularly wealthy, but they're not human beings. They're not human beings. They are known for their wealth, and also they are as intelligent as human beings. They're not the category of the human beings, but the intelligence is as good as the human beings. So there's one set of sentient beings referred to as the Nagas. And these Nagas, they came to know about Arya Nagarjuna's the fame and his Dhamma practice and his realization. So they invited him. They invited him to give them teachings on emptiness. So Arya Nagarjuna went there. Give teachings to these beings, and because of this, he's associated with the Nagas. So he was referred to as the Nagarjuna. June is like established, Siddhu, or the Ludu. Lu is the Naga, Arjun is the Siddhu. Siddhu is like accomplished, or like established or accomplished. Good. That's it. Time up. Okay, don't bring all the stories, right? The innumerable stories. Okay. Five levels of emptiness. Okay. How many you are interested? Really interested in this? How many are really interested in this? Really. Well, 3 times I said really interested. 3 times. Right? Which means that you are ready to do anything I say. Ready? Yes? Do NDC 4. Do NCC first, then NDC, and then NMC. You getting it? Say, Pinsola, I know that he's extremely committed. If the audience is more like, Pinsola's level, who is exposed to this emptiness concept for a long time, I'll be happy to do this, but now the time is up, right? So the Pinsola, I'll make sure that I'll do it for you. Don't worry. Okay, so the rest, NCC, NDC, NMC, right? If you agree to the VV serious, right? Then do it. If you're not VVV, if just serious, then no need. Yeah. Okay, good. Om gate paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha. Okay, this afternoon what we'll do is that sort of offering of these, to explain this a little bit, is a gesture of expressing our gratitude to all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas for the blessing us that the last 1 week of teaching, and there's no interruption, there's no obstacles for us, and that in future also that we be able to succeed in this. So the blessing is for our accumulation merit. Merit is the one which gives us energy to continue, that no force can stop us. If you are energetic, if you're strong, no force can stop you. So it's the accumulation of merit to build the energy within you. And so this we offer to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas, and then after that we take it as blessing ourselves. There's one thing, then alongside, and then the two soul offering, there are so many versions. There are some very detailed versions. I'm not going to do the detail. We're going to do a very simple one, and then followed by reciting the long life prayer of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and then we'll end with the dedication and direction prayer, which has several. The longer version of the direction prayer, as in the end of this book, we'll do that. That's it, and then finish. Yeah. Okay. 3 prostrations.